Hey guys, Ben here, also known as Apocos117 or just Apocos, and this is just my let's meet Apocos and figure out who this dude is first video. What I'm doing right now is getting on Twitch and streaming a lot of content, playing video games on my PC and showing you guys maybe some games and stuff you hadn't seen before, or maybe you have, especially one of the ones that's Satisfactory. A lot of people are like, hey, that's new. But I play WoW, I play Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then I'm going to try and do a new game every week. Whether that means a free one, or maybe a couple $1 one, or maybe we'll invest in some of the bigger games when they come out, and we'll always do that. Try to do that on the weekends. So, a little bit about me. I grew up in Middle Tennessee. I went to Lipscomb University in downtown Nashville, got my undergraduate degree there in music education, with kind of a emphasis on brass pedagogy and brass instruction, and then kind of almost a minor in piano and composition. So I started piano when I was 4 years old, and my mom put me in lessons very early, and then when I got to middle school I started on trumpet. And so that's me in a nutshell in terms of where my musical beginnings started. When I was in high school, I started taking composition lessons. I also was taking piano lessons at the time, and then of course trumpet lessons. So all that kind of just transferred as I went to Lipscomb and started a music major. I still, to this day, of course, I still use those skills, but I write music when I can. Another one of my creative outlets, but I do that for like band and orchestra and stuff like that. I'm not so much a pop music kind of writer or anything. I do want to do some YouTube videos on like the composition process for some people that may be interested in how composers think and how we do things. So I look forward to making those videos. But yeah, so I'm obviously a very musical guy. But kind of my main hobby is like video games, and I'm turning that into the content creation hobby. So I'm really looking forward to doing this. I don't really have any other goals other than just getting out and being a member of the content community, reaching people on Twitch, connecting with those people, reaching people on YouTube, connecting with those people. And just building a community and spreading positive energy around the internet. So, one of my favorite positives in life is fur creatures. This one does not want to look at the camera. She's like, oh my gosh. So this is Pumpkin. This is our oldest dog, and she just wants to not be here right now. She'd rather be free and go and doing her own thing. But this is our oldest dog, Pumpkin. She is, let's see, she was born in 2012, like I think midsummer of 2012, so that would make her 8. She's 8 years old, and she is the queen of the house. She's the grumpy fun police, we like to call her. So anytime the other dogs start to have fun, she's growling and basically saying, hey, don't play, it's not cool. Anyways, so I just wanted to show off Pumpkin. She's a Chihuahua Shih Tzu mix. She's a good little dog. She just doesn't like being up here, so I'm trying to give her some. Oh! She hears everybody downstairs. She's already upset. So I'm gonna let her go because I know she'd rather run free. But I'll try and have a different dog for different videos. We have 4. Call me crazy, I know, but it's me and my wife. We have 4 dogs, no children, and that's kind of how we like it. I'm gonna let her go. Bye, Pumpkin. Anyways, I am, like I said, just really excited to get on the world of content creation. Get in the world, I guess just to say. And it's just exciting to kind of be branching out into that. And I look forward to sharing my story, because I think that's probably one of the biggest things that people latch onto and see, and they go, hey, I just want to see how things are going in your path and your journey. I really look forward to, like I said, building the community and building friendships through the streaming world and through the YouTube world and through the Twitter world, and just kind of doing more of that as a content creator. Hopefully by the time you watch this, you've seen a video or two of mine, and you have watched maybe a Twitch stream of mine or something like that. Whatever is fine. If you haven't yet, click subscribe and follow, and that would be much appreciated. I will answer a couple of more like common questions, like what's your favorite color? That's like always why is that always the first one we go to? I've found out that blue is my color. I think that so like the background of my logo is kind of what my eyes do. Like it's really, and there's probably more information you care to know, but I have there's like a term for it, but basically my eyes kind of shift between blue and green depending on the lighting around them and depending on my mood and the day, and there's all kinds of these little factors that play into whether or not they're going to be a blue or a green hue. A lot of times they're green and they're kind of a darker green, but a lot of times when I go outside or when I'm well lit up, they'll turn to that kind of blue, bluish green and blue that you see in my logo. So that's one of the reasons I chose that color, because it really, that kind of style was that it really spoke to me on a color level, but yeah, so favorite color blue. Favorite food, man, that's always another one too. Favorite food's gonna have to be Japanese hibachi, and that's the reason I go there. Like I would say like pizza, because pizza's pretty a staple for me, but when I am asked where do I want to go on my birthday dinner, I ask to go to this place in Nashville called Mikado's, and it's a hibachi grill that we've been going to since I was like in high school, so 15 years ago. Band, people ask me that all the time, like what's your favorite, if you're such a crazy musician, what's your favorite like group to listen to? Not a concert band or a marching band or an orchestra, but like what about like bands, like pop music? Not necessarily pop music, but I'm a big rock guy, so my favorite pretty much of all time, oh man, I started thinking I'm gonna go with two. I'm gonna go with two. It's really a hard one for me, and you see how eclectic I am. So a more current favorite would be Foo Fighters. Probably going back, thinking of my like upbringing and like being around my dad and the music he listened to, I'm gonna have to go Fleetwood Mac as also a major favorite of mine. Now there's lots more in between and here and there that I love to listen to, but those are kind of my two, like there will always be a playlist that feature both of those for my road trips. What other hobbies do I have? I really enjoy kayaking, so we actually own 5 kayaks. It seems a little excessive, but I have them stored so well in my garage. Like maybe I'll do a video on that. But I basically have 4 of them above my garage door that are hanging, and then I've got 1 in a corner that's standing upright. So somehow we get all 5 in our garage and we still have a garage space. That's pretty much it. I feel like that's boring, but I mean, that's it. Maybe it is boring, maybe it isn't boring. I don't know. Some of you maybe just go to work and come home. That's all you do. I pretty much stayed busy. Well, there's Zebediah. Hey, Zeb. Come here. So this is Zeb. Yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah, this is the Yorkie. Notice that he is hasn't changed colors. Like most Yorkies turn like this silver. This one decided to not fit the mold. He's 4. Right? Something like that. 4. He's like 4 years old, and he just never changed colors. He just stayed this brown and black, and I love him for it because he's special. So watch, he'll just go over to his little spot. He knows exactly where to go. Don't prove me wrong. There we go. See, hops over there, and he loves to just sit there and watch what I'm doing. He's a good dog. It's kind of like a cat, I guess. He's very similar to a cat. But yeah, My favorite video game? That's probably popular. It's probably. I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. That's probably a popular question. So on my Twitch, I pretty much lay it out. Okay, it's complicated though, because kind of like with my bands, like I can't just pick one. But if I had to pick one, like if I had to go live on a desert island and have one video game, I would choose Zelda Ocarina of Time. Most of you see the 117, you know, in my logo, or you've noticed it. That's my numbers. That comes from Spartan 117 out of the Halo series, Master Chief, the dude, right? There was something about the gameplay. I don't really know how to explain it. Fell in love with it. I've read the books. I've played all the games. I have the Master Chief collection, of course. If you can see, it might be kind of hard to tell. I'll bring it out sometime. But right behind me over here is Master Chief's helmet. So that was the Halo 3 Collector's Edition, and it came with, like, you know, all the special game discs and all that, and it was awesome. So I'm a big Halo nerd. So those are my kind of two. Again, like if I had to pick one to live on an island with, it would definitely be Zelda Ocarina of Time. But if I could have two, I would definitely bring along Halo, probably the original. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I'm sure you'll learn more about me throughout my twitching and my streaming, and I look forward to meeting you guys. So please comment and say hi. Be kind to one another. That's the one thing I ask y'all. Just, as my title has been saying this whole time, because I leave it up here so that you don't forget. I always appreciate the follow and the subscribe. This is my logo. I always point the wrong way. This is my logo. You can't miss it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed getting to know me a little bit. And I'll see you around. See you in the next video. And I'll see you on Twitch. And I'll see you on Twitter. So till next time.